Hello, everyone. If you have ever wondered how you can also travel in business class on long haul flights and not sit in economy for 8, 10, 15 hours, then you have definitely stumbled upon the right YouTube channel. I will be showing you how different class flights operate, how you can also travel in those business class flights for really cheap using credit card points or buying points with the airline programs. So make sure you subscribe to the channel and follow us for all those tips and tricks and business class reviews. In addition to that, we will also cover how you can book luxury hotels for really cheap using points as well. So stay tuned. Today's video, we will be covering the Lufthansa flight from Washington, D.C. to Frankfurt. This will be on their Boeing 747-400 plane, which is a double-decker plane, and we will be seated in the business class cabin. Today's flight path will take us from Washington, D.C. Dulles Airport for about 7.5 hours to Frankfurt, Germany, covering around 6,500 kilometers or close to 3,000 miles. This is an overnight flight, so let's get started with the boarding and we will see you inside the plane. The boarding was pretty uneventful. We got straight into the plane, we showed our boarding passes. The crew told us to turn right to get to our seats on the upper level. As you will see, as we are walking through the cabin, you will start noticing the older configuration of the Lufthansa business class around us. These are the older seats. They are all open seats. There's no privacy at all. These are lie flat beds for sure. You do get decent business class service, and we will be covering all these details in some of the upcoming sections. So keep watching. This is your first preview of the seat. You will see we are seated in 86 number row. Because of a lot of luggage, the camera was moving, so apologies for that. But this is what the first look of the seat is. It is a spacious seat, older looking seat, but you definitely get a lot of leg space. There is space to put a lot of luggage under the footrest, and it is pretty spacious for you to spread your legs for sure. The seat controls are all in the middle of the seats. As I'll show you here, there are basically three positions you can have on the seat. One is straight up for takeoff and landing. Then you have this lounge position that I just put the seat into. And then you can fold it. So it is pretty sturdy. That brings us to the takeoff. So you can enjoy the views of Washington, D.C. over the Potomac River while we wait for some of the dinner and other stuff that's coming up. So stay tuned. There are some decent vegetarian, non-vegetarian options for everyone's taste. The drinks menu of Lufthansa is pretty wide. They do have some good drinks options all around. Not as wide as some of the Middle Eastern carriers, but still. Before the dinner is served, they will serve some pre-dinner drinks. You can have champagne or options of certain juices, seltzer water, whatever you prefer. And they do give warm nuts with those drinks as well. This is your first look at the first appetizer. This was shrimp appetizer. The other appetizer was a salad with some cheese, bread, another side salad. We'll give you full cutlery with that as well. This is your look at the first main course. This was a chicken dish, which was overall decent. The second one was more of a vegetarian dish, which had decent flavors overall, okay dish. In dessert, the cheese plate was a good option. There was not a lot of other good dessert options available, unfortunately. They definitely handed out some chocolates, which was a nice touch. Now, after dinner, we definitely need to take a tour of the bathroom. The bathroom was well stocked, clean. You will see there were a lot of amenities available for the business class passengers, as I'm showing here. There's obviously a separate bathroom for the business class passengers and then separate ones for economy and premium economy passengers. Overall, spacious bathroom, nothing special, clean, standard. In-flight entertainment wasn't that great, to be honest. It's pretty old style. I tried it a few times and discovered that it is not touchscreen, so definitely had to use the remote for accessing the content. Headphones were decent, not the best. They are supposed to be noise cancellation headphones, but they were kind of half decent, not were doing a great job of canceling any noise overall. Pillow and blanket were definitely of decent quality as well. Pillow was very fluffy. The outside view, please share your thoughts on what your favorite airline is and any other airlines that you would want me to review in future. Since we are in a Boeing 747, there are stairs to the upper deck as well. These come in very handy after dinner to have walk around the plane. This is your look at the amenity kit. It was a pretty well stocked amenity kit, but unfortunately, maybe they didn't have business class amenity kits. They just gave us premium economy amenity kits. So we'll have a look at all the contents inside the amenity kit now. You get your standard toothbrush, toothpaste, which comes in really handy. You have some sanitizing wipes, wet wipes. Socks were decent, the quality was good. These come in really handy in transatlantic or long haul flights, the earplugs for sure. And then you have nice eye shades or eye mask if you prefer wearing them while you sleep. Overall, decent amenity kit, not as good as a business class amenity kit, but not too bad for premium economy. Breakfast, not a lot of options available. You get a croissant, you get some yogurt with some nuts in it and some fresh fruit with a side of tea, coffee, or any other beverage of your choice. So nothing fancy here. As we are landing in Frankfurt, I'll share my overall thoughts about the flight. It's a decent enough flight across the Atlantic Ocean to get into Frankfurt or other European cities. This is definitely a pretty old configuration for business class at this point. So the seats are not very private, they are old seats. There will be some slowness with the controls and the overall features of the seat, but it gets the job done. The overall service was nice, the flight attendants were good. Food was decent, could have been better. Again, definitely will not be very competitive with some of the other carriers out there, but overall a decent option definitely to cross the Atlantic Ocean. Do share your thoughts on if you have ever traveled Lufthansa. What are your favorite things about Lufthansa, and what other business class configurations you will be interested in seeing on this channel? Now, coming on to how much I paid for this flight. The cash price for this specific flight would run anywhere from $5,000 to $8,000, depending on time of the year or month that you're booking. I ended up paying Air Canada Aeroplan points, around 70,000 points, plus 90 US dollars for the overall flight, which was a really good deal if you do the conversion from points to cash. I will make some videos in future to show you how you can do this, so stay tuned and don't forget to subscribe. Some of the upcoming business class flights you can see on this channel: Emirates Business Class, one of the best in the world. We will also be covering the British Airways Business Class, which was again another decent older configuration business class flight that I took from Washington DC to London. We will cover United Business Class, United Polaris Business Class, which is actually a really solid hard product for business class, not so much the soft product. Air Canada domestic as well as international business class, so that'll be a fun one to look forward to. KLM business class flight from Washington DC to Amsterdam. This was also on their older configuration, but we have plans to cover their newer configuration down the line as well. This was a bit of a surprise. JetBlue, their business class was really good, so you'll definitely want to stay tuned for that. I would really appreciate if you can like the video, share the video with your friends, and subscribe to the channel. Lots of more stuff to come. And make sure you comment what would you like to see here. Thank you.